Making cakes is so much fun, but let's be honest, it's not always rainbows and unicorns and happy times. And in this video, we're gonna talk about it. Hi, it's Karolyn. If you want to learn how to bake and decorate amazing cakes, then I would love for you to join me by hitting subscribe and the bell. So in this video, we're going to talk about the other side of cake decorating, the side that drives you a little crazy and sometimes makes you want to quit and cry. It happens to all of us, and I just want to let you know how I work through it and different little things that I do. I did receive a question that I printed out. I love your videos. How do you come up with so many good ideas? Are there any cake designs that you told clients that you didn't think that you could do? And finally, do you ever get tired of doing cakes? I love making cakes, but I stress so much. And that's where I came up with the idea to do this video, because you see all these videos online of people making cakes and we're laughing and we're having a good time, but there is another side to it, and I'm not sure if people really talk about it, but it is completely normal. So let me address all those questions in order. Number one, how do you come up with so many good ideas? And I don't know, I've been doing this for about 20 years and I have ideas run through my head. There's certain things that I like to do. I don't know how to explain it. However, when I am trying to think of a design for a cake, I rarely look at other cakes for inspiration. Okay, what I try to do is, say if it is an owl cake, I want to look at their invitations. I want to look at the decorations that they're using. Sometimes I will Google the words owl clip art and see what comes up there in different pictures, and just try to get different ideas that way before I look at other cakes. Because once you look at other cakes, then you have it in your head and you want to do that design because it looks so cool. And I like to challenge myself to try to come up and think of design ideas on my own. However, if you are having some issues with that, I did create a birthday cake design blueprint, and it will help you come up with ideas to design your birthday cakes. I go over how to do names, how to do textures, how to do numbers and a bunch of different things, so you can check that out in the description below. Next question, are there any designs that you have told clients that you don't think that you could do? And yes, all the time, and I have learned that if I take on a cake that I don't want to do, I'm miserable. I have to want to do the cake for it to turn out right. There are a couple designs that I don't do, and I've said this in videos before. I don't like to do 3D cars, 3D vehicles. I suck at it. I know I could practice and get better, but I just don't want to do it. It's not fun to me. I don't like to do something repetitive like 500 cupcakes. That would drive me insane. And also some designs like those shaped numbers, a pregnant belly cakes, they annoy me. I don't know why. Thank God people stopped ordering them. And the other day I got a request to do a cake design. I'll put it over here. And I turned that design before because I put all those she did not want any fondant on the cake. And it's hard to make a cake like that without some fondant. Like, that cap has to be fondant. You don't have to eat it. But anyway, doing all those little balls, it looks like it could be easy, right? It's a little annoying. I've done it before. It takes forever to get all the spaces filled in with the balls. And I just wrote back to her and said, I'm really sorry, but this is a design that I don't want to do. Getting all those tiny silver balls on there like that is a huge pain and stressor. It doesn't look like it would be, but I did it once before and it was a nightmare. So I'm going to have to pass on this one. And then I wrote, I have a couple of cake friends that you can try, and I always refer out to some of my other cake friends in the area, so they can try to find someone who will make that cake. So yes, there are designs that I won't do. And I'll tell you, to keep your sanity, if you're feeling weird about it, if you feel like you don't want to take on a design, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth the hassle. And now let's get into the bread and butter of this video. The question of, do you ever get tired of making cakes? And I would be lying if I said no, because just like any other, I don't want to say it's a job because I love doing this, but just like anything else in life, when it gets overwhelming, it gets stressful. And it's funny, I'm a yoga teacher and my mom says to me, she's like, you have two gears. You're either a namaste or a namaste away. And when I have those stressful weeks, Don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't ask me to do anything. I need to get all this stuff done. I'm in a zone. If I don't get everything done, I will get very stressed and very anxious. So for example, 2 weeks ago, I overbooked myself, and I knew it going into that week that it would be stressful, but I had 8 cakes. Maybe I'll put some of the pictures up. And it took me from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. straight, all day, every day for 5 days straight. It is just, and that's what, 15, that's 75 hours. And sometimes I cry. Do you get the Friends reference with Rachel when she went to Greece without Ross and she came home and she said that they were saying to her, Miss Gella, why you cry? Sometimes I cry. So when I have a week like that, not to go off on a Friends tangent, but when I have a stressful week like that, I cannot do back to back. If I overbook myself a week, I do a lighter week the next week because I cannot handle doing that back to back. So ways that I deal with stressful weeks. Number 1, I work out. I go to the gym 3 days a week. I try to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It's just a part of my routine. It's just something that I've always liked to do. I like to be active. But going to the gym not only is an hour at the gym, but it's 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back, and it's usually up to 2 hours that I have to take out of my day to be able to do that. So I like to plan that in my days. However, it takes time to go to the gym, but if I don't, then my mind isn't right. Then I am stressed, and sometimes you just need a break. You need to be able to get out of the kitchen, get out of the house, or wherever you are working, go take a walk. Take some time for yourself, breathe deep, get your mind off of what you have to do, and a lot of times you can come back to what you are doing more focused and more energized, and it just really bodes well for you, if you will. Just take a break. And another tip, like I said before, to keep your stress levels a little low, don't take on the cakes or the designs that you don't want to do. I had somebody send me a message a couple days ago asking me how to do a design on the bottom tier of a cake, and I was giving her different options, and she seemed a little stressed about it, and I said, look, don't take on the order if you are unsure about it and you don't want to do it, because what happens is then you are working on it and you are up until 2 or 3 a.m. and then you cry and you are so stressed, and it's just not worth it. So just really think about it before you take on any orders that you're not too sure about doing. And the next tip is to find the positives, right? So as I was going through that crazy busy week 2 weeks ago, I just remember saying to myself, you know what? I love that I can work from home. I love that I don't have a commute. I don't have to be in traffic. I don't have to spend money on the crazy expensive gas right now commuting to work. I love making people happy. I love being creative. And as I get overwhelmed and stressed with working, sometimes I try to say those positive things to myself, find the good in what I'm doing, and it makes me feel a lot better. And also while I'm working, I'll put in my earbuds and put on YouTube videos of positive, influential videos, people that I like to listen to. Bob Proctor, rest in peace. He has influenced me so much. Abraham Hicks, people like Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, although I don't think that they are related, but just anything that keeps my mind focused in a positive direction, it really does help. And I have a tagline at the end of my videos now where I say, I want you to remember it's cake, have fun. And I say that mantra to myself a lot because we tend to get stressed out, right? Like when you're overworked, when you have a lot to do, when you're not sure of what to do, when you are stressed and anxious, it gets to be a little overwhelming. And I go back to when I was a realtor, and I hated being a realtor because people were arguing over stupid stuff and you had to discount your commission, and it was like nobody wants to give up $100. Fine, take $100 of my commission and we can get you to the table. And I hated it, and it was so stressful. And that's why I started making cakes, because cakes are fun. You get to work with your hands and you get to make people happy. And even in those stressful situations, just remember that it's cake. You know, try to have some fun, try to appreciate what you're doing and love what you're doing. So yeah, I repeat that mantra to myself a lot as well when I get a little stressed. And then one more thing before I finish, I got a question from someone asking me, can you make a video on last minute orders? Do you take them or not? Do you charge a rush fee? And here's what I'll say about that. I have a video that I posted about my cake decorating timeline. And in that video, I say that on a Friday, I bake the cakes for the following weekend. So today is Friday, the April 8th. So today I will bake cakes for the weekend of Friday, April 15th to the 17th. So if I get a last minute order sometime next week, I already baked the cakes. Like that means I'm gonna have to get all my stuff out, start to bake, and I know I sound so annoyed, but I have a system. Once I start doing my process, I don't like to go back and start all over. However, I have done it before, if it's a simple cake, if it, you know, but I really don't like to take last minute cake orders. I usually don't take anything unless it is a 10-day notice. There are some exceptions. If it is very simple, if you just want a plain cake or whatever, I will. And I haven't really charged rush fees. I guess it would depend. You can charge a rush fee if you'd like. But yeah, think about what it's going to cause you. Are you going to miss activities or, you know, other commitments that you have because you have to do it? Then charge. But I don't really like taking on last minute orders. And since COVID, like last minute orders seem to be everyone's jam. Like everyone's ordering cakes last minute now. But as long as people get in 10 days, then I will usually take the orders. So I think that's it. I just want you guys to know that if you are stressed and anxious, just know that you're not alone. It is part of the process. It's part of everything in life, right? We get overwhelmed, but what you have to do is just think of ways to get through it. I go to the gym, go out for a walk, try to stay positive, listen to positive videos, you know, just whatever you can do to try to keep yourself going and prevent you from crying because we don't want to cry. Oh, geez. So I hope that helped you guys. If you have any other questions or comments, leave them below. And you can follow me on my socials and my website, and I will link everything in the description below as well. And if you want to stick around, you can watch these two videos next and hit subscribe and the bell if you haven't already. Please like this video if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's cake. Have fun. I will see you on the next one. Bye.